Hello, friends, and welcome back into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey. We got some breaking news that, I will be completely honest, very much surprises me. The Cowboys have traded for defensive end Michael Bennett in a deal with the New England Patriots. Here are the trade details on this deal. The Dallas Cowboys, of course, they're getting Michael Bennett here. The New England Patriots, they're getting a 2021, a.k.a. not this year, but next year, 7th round pick. Now, this is actually a conditional pick by the New England Patriots, or the New Patriots, I should say. It can be worth up to a 6th round pick. Here's what this means. They got him for free. Like a next year 7th round pick that could maybe be a 6th, that's for free. And I don't know what those conditions are. Maybe it's where they finish in the postseason. Maybe it's snap count, something along those lines here. But that is the trade for Michael Bennett and the New England Patriots. 7th round pick, next year's draft, not 2020, a 2021 7th round pick, and that conditional selection. So give me your one-word reaction to this, I think, surprising Michael Bennett trade. Maybe that is my one word. Surprising. I can't remember who it was. Somebody offered an idea of Michael Bennett. I think it was a 5th round pick originally. I thought that was too high for a player that I thought was about to get cut. But here's the thing. When you're trading 7th round pick, everyone take a drink there because I said here's the thing. When it's a 7th round pick, here's. Let me pull up Michael Bennett's contract, but it's not that expensive. I mean, Bennett was very much unhappy in Dallas, or in New England. Now, maybe that's going to be a concern here. But Michael Bennett didn't have much of a role in New England because he had been demoted from a starter, basically. The Patriots were running more of a 3-4 scheme this year. He's kind of an odd man out there. He'd mostly been a situational pass rusher. So I'm looking at his, okay. I don't mind this at all, looking at this base salary, assuming I'm reading this correctly here. So Michael Bennett this year, let me make sure I'm looking at this correctly. Here are his numbers, by the way. 2.5 sacks, just 3 tackles for loss. His base salary this year, now there are per-game roster bonuses. Base salary is $3 million. The roster bonus is 1.5. So you can cut those in about half. So that 4.5, we'll call it a little over 2.5 there. That's all the Cowboys are going to owe Michael Bennett. Now, next year, he has a $7 million base salary. I wouldn't anticipate Michael Bennett being on the team next year. But for a 7th round pick, limited money overall, a player who can play both inside and out, for the price tag involved here, I actually don't mind it. Now, my biggest concern actually with Michael Bennett is not the stuff on the field. When he's played, he's been really good. It's the whole, he wasn't happy with his playing time. Is he going to start in Dallas? I certainly don't think so. We'll break down the depth chart here in just a second. But first, folks, today's show brought to you by Kashiyama. I'm still wearing the suit. I didn't take it off while we were looping it. No. I kept it on. Kashiyama1927.com. Go check them out. That is the website there. It's Kashiyama1927.com. Custom fitted suits. They fit you perfectly. The fittings are free, by the way. It's the same prices that, the other major chains charge for their suits. Kashiyama1927.com. Go check them out. Again, Michael Bennett has been traded to the Dallas Cowboys. The breaking news here on a Thursday afternoon. I'll be surprised. It makes more sense for the Cowboys, but normally you don't see trades go down on a Thursday. Normally this is a Tuesday or Monday deal. Instead, Thursday night, late Thursday, really, it's raining and pouring here in Dallas right now, the Cowboys make their move. The starters, I don't think really change. DeMarcus Lawrence, Malik Collins, Antoine Woods, and Robert Quinn, because you want Collins and Woods to be run stoppers. Now, maybe you can utilize Michael Bennett more as a defensive end, but remember the nice thing about Michael Bennett. At least maybe I'll tell everyone about the nice thing about Michael Bennett. He offers inside and outside positional flex. So on passing downs, maybe this becomes your front. DeMarcus Lawrence, Malik Collins, Michael Bennett, and Robert Quinn. So if Michael Bennett is able to keep his head on straight and not complain about his playing time and can be the guy we've seen in the past, that's really good production there. That is really, really good production. Now, I don't think we're going to get 9 sacks or 8.5 sacks. Heck, I take a couple. So I think that Bennett being able to play inside and out does help you in a big, big way. Now, Bobby here says Bennett is not a defensive tackle. That's fine. I know he's mostly a defensive end. Let me pull up the numbers here for you, though, real fast. In terms of his inside-outside role. Bennett last year did spend most of his snaps at the end position, but there are some reps he played on the interior. There's only a handful per game last year for Philadelphia. Let me look at his numbers here for 2019. He's actually spent, again, a decent amount of change at defensive tackle. He's 6'4", 275. He brings not the same inside-outside flex as Tyrone Crawford, but he can definitely do it. And on passing downs, I think that makes sense. And Dallas Ford, number 1, says, is the Legion of Boom coming to Dallas? Well, I know there's Bennett and Richard, but you're kind of missing the whole secondary pieces there. That's the main thing on that one. So, yeah. Again, the news here, Michael Bennett has been traded to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for just a conditional 7th-round pick. That pick can become a 6th-round pick if conditions are met. At this time, we do not know what the actual conditions are. So who won the trade? Type C for the Cowboys and P for the Patriots. Let us know in the comment section. C for the Cowboys, P for the Patriots. I don't think a team lost here. Like, the Michael Bennett experiment did not work in New England. That was very clear. Maybe it'll work in Dallas. And it's you're renting him for half the season for a potentially a 7th-round pick next year. I was a bit hesitant about giving away key assets in a trade. A 7th-round pick is not a key asset. I mean, maybe end up with a Joey Ivy. No one knows who Joey Ivy is. That's why you are willing to trade it away for Michael Bennett. So I see mostly C's, by the way, there in the comment section. Now, Arsenals here wants to know if we extend Robert Quinn. Bennett is under contract next year. Maybe this gives them some extra insurance if Quinn leaves, but I wouldn't anticipate Quinn being re-signed impacting, or Bennett being traded for impacting Robert Quinn signing long-term, because the Cowboys can cut him there with no dead money. The Patriots take all of that dead money on. There's nothing the Cowboys are going to owe him. All right, JB23HL, Bennett is a cancer, but risk versus reward. That is the worry for me. That is the only, it's not the on-field play. He's a good player. It's he got suspended by New England. Belichick didn't want him. That's a big red flag right there. So we'll see how it pays off. But the risk, of course, maybe the locker room falls apart. I would hope the Cowboys can handle that. I am a little bit worried about it. But it's only a 7th-round pick. So from asset-wise, you're paying him, I don't know, a little more than half of his $3 million base salary, and he's got like $75K or something left in per game incentives. So a little over $2.5 million in total is all you're paying him. That's really not that big of a factor there for Bennett and for the Cowboys in terms of assets given up. Again, that 7th-round pick, it is conditional. It could become a 6th-round pick in the 2021 draft, which in theory is going to be very, very late in either round. Now, I don't think you're going to get 8.5, almost double-digit sack production from Michael Bennett. But as a player who can play some outside and some in, has definitely played more on the outside here, Bennett gives you the ability to have extra pass rush help. Oh, by the way, the trade for Michael Bennett, I think pretty much eliminates any chance that there was, if there was any, I don't think there was, of Vic Beasley coming to the Dallas Cowboys. One more note. The trade of Michael Bennett will require a roster move. Maybe it's Justin Hamilton who the Cowboys just signed. Maybe somebody goes on IR. Maybe there's a trade away coming. But the addition of Michael Bennett means the Cowboys will have to release, trade, or waive somebody to make room for him on their 53-man roster. Back to JB23HL says, thanks for the pop-up. You are welcome. And hey, you guys know what to do. If you want this type of breaking news, subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report, but you're watching on YouTube, so hit that big red button. We keep you covered with news, rumors, highlights. I have an idea, by the way. Sunday, would you guys like a Michael Bennett film study? Break down what he brings to the Cowboys? You can get that on the channel on Sunday if you guys subscribe. Comment coming in from King Bakes 360. What would the rotation look like now? The Cowboys this year in particular have rotated their defensive ends. Dorrance Armstrong, who had that neck injury, I think he goes on IR, but I guess it's a possibility. He was limited to practice earlier last week. DeMarcus Lawrence, Quinn, Kerry Hyder, Michael Bennett, and Joe Jackson, they've all rotated this year. Or not Michael Bennett, he now becomes a piece of that rotation. You could put Michael Bennett at defensive tackle in some sub-packages. That is an option for the Dallas Cowboys in a similar way that Tyrone Crawford was used in that way. Now, Bennett has played most of his reps on the edge, on the exterior, but there are interior reps that he has had. So he does bring some of that buzzword here, everybody drink, positional flex that the Dallas Cowboys very much like. But for it to only be a 7th-round pick, I'm okay with it. I worry about the off-the-field stuff and the suspension that he had by the Patriots because Belichick didn't like him, apparently. That makes sense. Now, Gregory FJ wants to know about Randy Gregory, probably your cousin. Ask him. I wouldn't say that the Bennett trade impacts Randy Gregory. You have to approach it the same way that we don't know about Randy Gregory. We don't know if, when he's ever going to play again. So you cannot build your roster as if Randy Gregory is going to come back. You have to do it as if Gregory isn't going to be there. You have to view him as the extra bonus, not as a surefire thing. All right, Eric Lee, who else does he is trading for? I don't know, not that many. I wouldn't anticipate a big-time move here. Look, Jerry Jones said he didn't think they were going to do much. They clearly did something here. Michael Bennett, but only for a super late-round pick in round 7. I think this might be it here for the Dallas Cowboys. Again, the details, in case you missed them. Michael Bennett comes to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for a 2021 7th-round pick. That pick is conditional, by the way. It could be worth up to a 6th-round selection. So those are the details. Everyone watching, do me a favor. Grade this trade for the Cowboys A, B, C, D, or F. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.